Hey guys, welcome back to Max Cars Dawn of War Unification. Today I have another and the last sneak peek for you, and this time's for the, how should I say, semi-rework, rebalance of World Eaters. So it is me as World Eaters with a, oh, this is my enemy, this is my ally, the Chaos Marine AI with the World Eater color scheme versus Death Korps of Krieg with a IG ally which has the Death Korps of Krieg color scheme. So little cinematic, or how should I say, thematic approach here on this very fitting map. It is Eres Badlands. This is from the Dark Crusade map, campaign map, the Blood for the Blood God map. So this will fit very well. So just quickly for my opener, I go for a 2 later 3 gen opener with demons, and you see that I start with demons, and I had one video already where I told you that the blood letters were nerfed a bit. Yeah, so while this is all beginning, I am eager to tell you what has changed, because I would have never imagine that I would say that, but with all the thoughts and stuff I put into World Eaters, they became one of my favorite factions. Yeah, Vogels was the one doing all the hands-on work with a lot of suggestions from me and also other testers, but I would say so that I did most suggestions for this particular faction to rebalance it a bit. Yeah, apart from singular units that were clearly overpowered, like the blood letters were a bit overpowered, was over-nerfed a bit, and are now in a good spot, I would say. You follow these guys around for a bit. Or also like the, what is it called? If you go Technomancy, you get these Technomancer, I would say, who gets servitors and whatnot. This was nerfed. And also some other units that I all not fully remember now, like the Cultist Command Squad with the sacrifice ability was nerfed a bit. Yeah. So there is some general game design choices for World Eater that may or may not make sense. The one was that you get that the more demons you build, the Marines get more and more expensive, and the other way around. This is was a bad gameplay design in that sense, that you cannot switch armies. Once you go for demons, you must stick to demons. If you go for Chaos Marines, you stick to Chaos Marines and cannot switch to demons at any point without reasonable, unreasonable, how should I say, resources to put into them. So this was flipped around. So now every demon unit on the field will increase the costs of any future demon units, and every Chaos Marine unit you could say, will increase the cost of further Marines unit. This has some implications. The first one is clear. You can now switch more easily, or are even incentivized to switch up your troops a bit to get more value out of it. But a more subtle change to it is that you get now a bit of an anti-snowball. Let me explain. If you, this is in conjunction with the, you know, the when you're in melee, you get if they go in melee, you will see me getting more power income. So you get more income for being in melee, and yeah. In conjunction with this cost increase now, you have now an how should I say, a synergy that if you are winning battles, you get a lot of resources, which is clear. If you get winning, you don't need to do a lot of reinforcements, then you can stack up on resources and produce more units. But now if you're winning fights and don't lose anything, you will need to pay more and more for the upcoming squads. But on the other hand, if you're starting to lose units and lose even a squad or two, even just losing models, because every entity counts for this cost increase, start to lose models, your replacements, like if you build new squads, additional squads, will get cheaper. So it is kind of an anti-snowball. If you're winning, you need to pay more to continue winning. If you're losing, you need to pay less to get a little comeback going. Because for World Eaters, it was win or lose because of the snowball nature. So this is really interesting. This in turn makes it so that all openers, of course, get a little more expensive. This was also adjusted a bit, that now your listening posts, your shrines of Shrine of Corn, Altar of Corns are a bit cheaper now, and resource-wise as well. World Eaters had quite a big problems later on, as you only have one resource upgrade and you do not have upgraded listening posts. So to what should I say, to deal with that, there was now included a second resource upgrade in tier 3 to stay relevant economy-wise in the later tiers. So this is all the economy. There are also some new units, singular new units. I don't think you will see them here. They are tier 4, I think, yeah, tier 4 or tier 3 hero units in a new building. The new building I will show. It will be shown here. Yeah, that's it for the economy. For my build here, you see that I use a cultist in conjunction with the demons. The demons actually died now in the phase of the IG and Death Corps military, but I use cultists to support my demons, as the demons cost a lot of power and the cultists only cost requisition. So this is a good range support, you could say, for the demons. This is for the strategy. What else do I wanted to talk about? A little bit of rework was also done for the population costs. There you still have your army costs and your commander pop requirements, but it was way too expensive to get more and more population cap up. So there were a few adjustments. First, you get now a little more pop cap for the production buildings. There was already an increasing amount for the pop cap for each unit production building you get, but this was a bit more, and your pop cap increasing upgrades do now also give you a little more pop cap. It was 35 and now it's 50, so you get a little more value out of them. So you don't need to spend hundreds of resources to get more and more pop cap. Also some units got the pop cap changed, which brings me to the last important change in the relic units. You had and still have an abundance of relic units. You had like 7 relic units and the big old Titan. They now got split in the sense that you have now 3 relic units that you still have access to as soon as you have a relic and are tier 4. But now you have some of the before relic units, like the Knights, for example, or there's now also the Lord of Skulls is back, and one of the other big old melee walkers are now tier 1 Titans with an extra research you need to do before. They also now require a critical location, as all Titans do. So you have now a Titan, and the good old, I forgot the name of it, the big old Titan is now a tier 2 Titan with an extra research tied to it. The costs for them and pop costs was decreased, as it was horrendous, like 100 pop costs for 400 maximum. You can only get 4 of these expensive units, and then your army would be full, or your army is already full and you can't get it, so you need to delete your existing units. So this was also not the best game decision. I think, if I remember correctly, your relic units now cost 50 pop, your tier 1 Titan 75, and your big old tier 2 Titan 100. The last thing about pop costs and whatnot, the last thing about these is that you now can only get 1 each. You can get multiple relic units, multiple Titans and whatnot, but you can only get 1 each. This makes also more sense in a should I say thematic sense, as one of them is also like a rare named what should I say, tank or walker unit. It doesn't make sense that you have multiple of them on the field, to be honest, and yeah, also increases the diversity you want to go for. What was I thinking again? Now for the strategy I was at the IG for a long part and noticed that I cannot win there because there were a lot of DKoK Krieg reinforcements as well. So I thought, if DKoK Krieg is on this side, maybe I should go and attack on the other side, and this was quite the right choice here. Now I'm here. Yes, now I remember. You may or may not remember that your commander cap is 10, so you can only get 2 commanders, and for the most part you get these commanders very early on, and then you have this pop cost full, but as most of the new units are commanders, which also take up commander cap, and you already had some late game commanders, you would then need to kill one of your existing commanders to get these late game commanders. To deal with that, the commander upgrades you get from a tier 2 building now also increase your commander cap by 5 each to a maximum of 20. So you can get 4 commanders in the end, which opens the gate for you getting the late game commander units without deleting one of your existing commanders. This was also nice. And the last big thing balance-wise were the global abilities, of course, which were completely busted. Map-wide invulnerability, map-wide attack speed, map-wide confusion and whatnot, they got changed. So the first one got not changed a lot. I think it's still pretty much the same. If anything, it was added that it also gives you detection in the circle, similar to an IG scan for some blood points, which is really handy because your detection in early is limited for World Eaters. And all the other ones, except for the last one, the confusion ability, are now single target abilities, so it only affects a singular squad or unit if you target a hero. Blood cost got changed a bit as well to reflect that. And the last one, the biggest bummer, the map-wide confusion for all infantry, got changed to affect now an area instead of a whole full map. And the cooldowns as well got increased by quite a bit. As you notice, I'm not the best player. I don't think I use the abilities at all because I'm busy migrating all the units around and thinking what to build next. Let's build this Testudo transport now here, of course, because it's cool. Yeah, for the strategy you see that I switched up in tier 2 to get some teeth, which you now can do. I had the demons for my melee and switched up to some teeth of corn to get some more range support now as well. So you have now a mix of demon, cultists and marine army, which before would not be viable. You would either go demons or marines, and yeah, you could get cultists before, but still. Here we have some demons fighting DKoK Krieg, because why not? Is there anything else I want to talk? There was so much going on for World Eaters, but yeah, it's pretty cool now. You still have a lot of possibilities, maybe even more now that you are incentivized to change up your unit composition, to not stick with one unit. For example, you could open up with the demons as I do, and then in tier 2 get some teeth or what else to support the demon units. You can also start off with marines, and then in tier 2 get maybe not bloodletters, but the blood crusher, or what is it called, for example, which is excellent melee and structure killing support here. Yeah, really nice. Oh, this is gonna be bad. So yeah, I hope I hyped you up a bit, because now World Eaters can actually be played in multiplayer without being totally, let's say, you feel bad because you play them because they're so overpowered. Similar to Witch Hunters, which also got nerfed quite a bit. Here you see one of the Chaos Predators here now has this Nurgle attachment now on it. This is similar to the Space Marine Predator. You get now 6 or 7, I think it's 6 special complete loadouts you can change, similar to the Space Marines and similar how it was for Sisters of Slaughter with World Eater thing. Looks so good. Similar to how it was for Salamanders before. Yeah, but for the game this is pretty much it. I think I can show you, I will show you. Is it up already? No, I'm on my way to tier 3 already. But okay, that's just that is the Blood Crusher. It was changed also, for example, it had Demon Armor Medium and a lot more HP before. Now it has Demon Armor High. It starts off with a lower HP but gets HP from Demon upgrades, which I think I have the first one. So he is hard to kill, as he has also quite regeneration, but can be killed especially by melee stuff. So it's a tier 2 Demon Armor High unit. So maybe this is one new OP unit, but we will see how it pans out, how people will react to it. I mean, for example, Tyranids also have tier 2 Demon Armor, but I think it's Demon Armor Medium. But yeah, we will see. He needs the Demon Armor High because the Demon Armor Medium he just melts, to be honest. Really nice. I've got them here through the transport for the autocannon, as well as... Is it an autocannon? It looks like a stubber. I didn't got the autocannon for this one. But also you get this little icon here which increases regeneration of melee about infantry around. So I have a big old melee infantry block here. I will go to the late tier buildings in a moment. Just look at these sisters and demons chucking on this HQ here. Down it goes. Actually the Deathcore Krieg rebuilt their HQ in the IG base, which is a little bit funny. But here you see this is the new building. It is, you could say, you could get either the Great Gate or the Great Portal of Champions. Both are ways to get to tier 4. They have the same research going for them. Here you get your relic units as you did before, and here you get more or less your special hero units like Khan, and I don't know all the World Eaters, but you get like Khan and whatnot in this one. Here I get now the Demon Prince, and as you see I would have normally need to kill a commander, but I have now 10 out of 15, so I can get this guy out without killing a commander. Also he has Gifts of Corn. The second one increased the economy even more. You see my economy is just bonkers because I have the whole map here basically, no? Now I have also this guy here and one of my favorite units for all factions, this little Helldrake here. I like that the CSM now have also one Helldrake, and I think the Emperor's Children, the sorcerers could summon a Helldrake, which is basically a big old AoE spell, but with a Helldrake aesthetic. Really, really nice. Yeah, and here the AI was a little dick move and put on a generator and whatnot here. For some reason this observation point here, this listening post, counts as a unit production building, but this gives me more time to get another unit out. And here you can see that I get the tier 4 research in the Greater Portal of Champions, so I can also build the big old Demon Prince, for example, in this position. Vindicator for Chaos Space Marines here as well. So hope you liked this video. I myself said it and said it again. I'm was really hyped for all the changes. Now I'm interested in the Blood Crusher here. Got a lot of how should I say, health due to the upgrade, so it gets really strong. So this is good because the demons normally are only early game and then they are just falling off like flies. So this now gives the demons a little more sustainability in tier 2. One thing about the blood letters, they start out now weaker. Does this have some... it gets incinerator. Weaker in stat wise than they do in the current version, but they... was it always cool like that? I don't know. But they now, how should I say, start a bit weaker, but have 2 upgrades specifically for the blood letters to give them more stats and whatnot. Horrors here now. Maybe we can browse through these little units going through here to finish up this video. As always guys, I thank you a lot for watching and I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!